All right. Good evening, cyber friends. This is the Midi Man coming at you again from Walker Studio, back in Studio B and C. And we like to say we give God all the praise and honor, give Him all the glory, thanking Him for life, health, and strength, thanking Him for His weather as it is, thanking Him for all of you, you cyber friends out there. You know who you are, and I do mean that from the heart. See my video titled tonight, people. This is in response to a post that I made on Facebook earlier about to my grandmama, the late Leola Walker, and about the way she raised us, taught us about how to deal with certain people and certain situations and things that would come up in our lives, and how to walk with people in agreement if they let you, and told us about that long handled spoon. Matter of fact, I think y'all even seen one of my sisters that also knew my grandmama made a response to it, Sister Elaine Jordan. We called her Princess, in other words. Thank you, Princess, for making that response. And my cousin, my first cousin, Joanne, y'all immediately responded because you knew I had a reason to say it if I said it, because I just don't say things without a reason. My One thing with my grandmama, as well as my great grandmama, that had a hand in helping raise me as well. I stayed with my great grandma most of my uh, life, come growing up, and she always would say the same thing about that long handled spoon, and often told me that people will start to act funny with you, but it's always don't ever say it for no reason at all. Don't ever say that. Don't let that come out your mouth. There is always a reason why people act in the way they act with you. Now it may not be a good one, but there's always a reason. There's always a reason. Like I say, because people just don't start acting foolish for no reason at all. 9 times out of 10, most of the time, people will start acting funny with you because of other people, their mouth, they don't put their mouth on you, and maybe they have told a lie on you, something that you don't even know anything about, and to that person, and now that person done attitude done changed with you all of a sudden out of the blue. But yet, guess what? That's still the reason. That's still the reason. It's not a good one, and it's not even true. My grandmama always told me this: if you have done something to someone to warrant them to be acting a certain way toward you, then it's up to you then to straighten that out. You get it right. If you have done something, then it's your place to go and straighten it out and fix it if you can. If you know you were wrong and you said something about someone something that maybe you shouldn't have said, and everything that caused a grievance, then it's up to you. You need to go and straighten it out if you can. But if you have not done anything, don't you even worry about that. Don't you even worry about it. That's what I was told. See, that's your problem. See, if I haven't done anything to you, if immediately when people start acting funny with me, and I know I get to thinking, I said, now what is that? And I think first, is there something I've done? Well, if I can't come up with anything I've done after searching high and low and looking at that thing, and I don't see anything I've done to you, then I don't worry about you. I put that, I just feed you out of a long handled spoon. In other words, OJ said, give the people what they want. And this is what my grandmama uh, often told us kids that when we were growing up, that's the way we were reared up, and that's just the way we are. And like I say, people, social media has really changed a lot of people in the way that we do things, and technology had changed the way we do things. It used to be a time when people were more conversative, to each other, face to face, one on one. Now nobody's, everybody now's a text message or, whatnot. You texting me. Some people don't even really like to talk on the phone now. Nowadays they got smartphone. They want to text. Um, Technology has changed the way we communicate, but you know, we shouldn't let it make a fool out of us either. So it's just like I say now. If I know, you know, I know that I have had people that all of a sudden, you know, people that I hold dear to me. You know, I'm thinking that you know they was okay and everything was all right, and the next thing you know, people are looking funny and looking cross-eyed at you, and you know, they stop even conversing with you, stop even saying anything to you, all out of the blue. You know, well, you know something, and then you can't say something and nothing wrong. Well, cause you wasn't acting like that before, so all of a sudden you start acting like that. Ain't nobody crazy. People, even Ray Charles could see that. You know what I mean? Because people see you acting fun and foolish. You know, I don't think nobody's afraid of anybody. You know, if just because if you want to act that way, that's up to you. But the word of God tell us. I believe it's the Apostle Paul that said, as much as it lies within you, within yourself, you try to get along with people, but everybody you can't get along with. Some folks you just got to let them be until they come to the senses. And then we got a lot of opportunities. You got a lot of people that are fair weather friends, and you know, or bad weather friends, I would say, because when something is wrong with them and they need you, for some. Oh Lord, they know. Oh man, you the best. You the best thing since hammer and nails. You the best thing since coffee and cream. You know, when they need you. But after they get what they want from you, they ain't got no more use for you. They put you back on the wood pile. That's not a good feeling either. You know, y'all. I'm just gonna tell you the straight truth. Me myself, I try not to go that route. Y'all hear me? I try not to go that route because I am human, just like everybody else, and we subject to make mistakes. Mistakes are mistakes are not mistakes if you learn from them. I say it like that. If you learn from them. But we got a lot of people that in other words, that they change with the phase of the moon. You can't really depend on them because they change like the moon. Moon have phases. Some people are just like that. They change. 1 minute, the day you see them and they all up here, but tomorrow you see them, they down below. And one day they speaking well of you, the next day they cursing you out. That's just the way it is. And you know, those kind of people are very volatile and flaky. It's very hard to deal with that type of individual. So I just try to, you know, treat people according to the knowledge of God. In other words, when I see, in other words, if people don't want to be bothered with old middleman, I step back. I give them what they want. And then, you know, after they come to the senses, then I will let them know. As you know, if you done something to me, I will tell you, you know, that you know what you did. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't like it. But now we can go on from here. I forgive and forget and go on. You know, if you come to your senses, because remember, that is what Jesus said. He said, if your brother offend you and if they repent, you forgive them. Now that's what the Lord said. So we look at stuff like that, y'all, and I tell you, that's one of the reasons why I posted that post up there, because I have seen some stuff, been seeing it, and then you know, but it just like I say, it just when stuff like that, when people that you have really, when you really thought a lot of them, and you think that people will not, and see that's the danger that we get involved in too. Sometimes we forget that people are human and they will let you down. All of us will, myself included. We will let you down, but we can never put people up too high because I promise you, they will let you down. But most of the time, most folk will not just become a straight jackass. I mean, now, if you haven't done anything to Miniman, I don't have no problem with you. But if you did do something and whatnot, and you gave me a reason, I can just take out my long handled spoon and I'll feed you from that. But I'm not going to go around and start acting a fool. If you know people, you got people that just stop speaking to you. Why? I mean, you know, all of a sudden people ain't stupid. They can see you change. You can see people when you understand when people change. You ain't got to be real. I mean, Ray Charles can show Stevie Wonder that. You know what I'm saying? When people that all of a sudden they make all these great changes and stuff and start Now they treat you like you an orphan child. But at one time they was all you was this and that and the buddy and they got the arm around your neck and all that. Then all of a sudden they looking at you under the eye like that. Oh, there's something wrong with that picture. But let them go, y'all. That's what my great grandmama and my grandmama used to tell us. Let it go. In other words, just let it go because you cannot do anything. When people get their mind made up to make a jackass out themselves, it ain't too much you can do about that. But you can always tell when people make a change with it. You can tell that. I saw your post too, Sister Louise. I saw you, my sister. I saw your post and I understand. I got a feeling I know where you're coming from, but I'm going to say it like this here, just like I'm saying in this video. Everybody got feelings, and you're a human. And people can treat you so bad sometimes, it'll make you, it'll bring out sometimes the worst side of it, because we all human. Treat me like I want to be treated. That's what the Lord said. That by doing unto others, you would have them do unto you. But very rarely, my sister, when you treat people, sometimes the better you are to some people, they give you they butt to kiss every time. Just be aware of that. So, with that being said, this Mitty Man saying, whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please, man, please, sir, come on out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. Until the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first, this is Mitty Man saying peace and good night.